What are the common myths regarding GMAT preparation? In this video, I'll share some common myths that most of the students have while preparing for GMAT. Hi, my name is Mandeep. I'm a GMAT coach and founder of GMAT Mantra. So one of the myths that most of the students have is that they can score 700 plus in 5 weeks. So there are so many blogs or so many videos in which I see some students telling, okay, I prepared for 5 weeks and I scored 780. And maximum students watch these videos and they think that, oh, it's very easy. If someone can do it, you can also do it. It's not that you cannot achieve 780 or 760, whatever is your target score. But always have a realistic expectations and look at the background. Sometimes, let's say somebody's prepared for 5 weeks and they scored 760, there will be a lot of reasons behind that score, and in just 5 weeks they could score 760. One of the reasons is that they are already pretty good with their aptitude, because there are students who are preparing for some aptitude test. Let's say you already prepared for CAT earlier. That means you have prepared for maximum things. Now for GMAT you just have to look at the pattern of the questions, give some mock test and you're good to go. But when we make such videos and we watch such videos, we don't look at the background of that person and we get influenced. So first, when you look at such videos, tell yourself that what is the background, on what assumptions I'm taking this decision that okay, I can get 700 in less than 5 weeks or in 5 weeks. Okay, so always don't get influenced with these blogs or these videos, because such students have already prepared somewhere and then they make the videos which is not reality. Okay, so don't get influenced with that. It takes time. Okay, normally 3 to 6 months is a decent time in which you can score 700 plus on GMAT. So that's the first myth. Okay, don't get influenced with such videos that I can do 700 plus in less than 5 weeks. Okay, it takes time. So that's the first myth. Second myth is that you have to study for 5 to 6 hours every day. So I can talk to the student, they say, sir, I'm working. So there are most of the students who give GMAT have been are working. So they have an expectation that they have to study 5 to 6 hours every day. If they don't study for 5 to 6 hours every day, they'll not be able to achieve 700 plus. Yes, you have to study consistently, but you have to be realistic also. Let's say you're working in some consultancies, and in most of the consultancies, this work schedule is pretty hectic. They start their day around 9 or 10, they get free around 8 or 9. So 12 hours you're working, and then you're expecting yourself to study for GMAT for another 5 hours. So ask yourself, is it humanly possible? And can you sustain that schedule for next 3 to 4 months? No. So give yourself realistic timelines. For example, if you get free at around 8 o'clock in the evening, let's just study for 1 hour. And on the weekends, you can study for 5 to 6 hours. So the second method is number of hours will never determine your success. Because what happens is if you're tired after the office and you're still studying, probably you cannot focus. Though you are keeping your laptop or your books in front of you, but you're not present there. You're not completely focused on your studies. Until you don't focus, you will not learn things and you will not improve. So always be realistic with yourself. Ask yourself what suits me. Don't go by these, we go to YouTube videos or some of the blogs and we read, okay, everybody is studying 7 to 8 hours. See, if somebody is studying for 7 to 8 hours, that person may have taken a leave from the office and studying. I really find people who are working and then they are studying 7 to 8 hours. That's not possible. Okay, so if somebody is telling you don't get influenced, okay, just give yourself a realistic study schedules. Maybe 1 hour a day, and maybe on the weekend you can study for 5 to 6 hours. Secondly, remember that number of hours will never determine your score. What you put in those hours will determine your score. So if you can focus for 1 hour, that is more than sufficient. So don't get bogged down with this number of hours. Okay. So first myth was that just give yourself realistic deadlines. Probably give yourself 3 to 6 months to score 700 plus. Secondly, when you're planning your daily schedule to study, look at your schedules, look at your energies, and based on that, decide your study schedule. So these are the common mistakes or the myths that most of the students carry. And because we give some unrealistic deadlines, and when we are not able to meet those deadlines, we get into a guilt and we start doubting ourselves. So don't get influenced with these wrong informations. Okay, so give yourself realistic deadlines and study and have a realistic schedules to study for GMAT. Thank you.